Okay, we're outside London's biggest Sharia court, as you can see there. We've been inside this Sharia court before, and we went inside there. They've got an absolute makeshift court inside that building, where they've got a panel where judges sit, and they've got two tables where both sides of the dispute sit. So it's a full-on Sharia court in this building. The police, the council, the government, you know, there's over 100 of these Sharia courts operating all over the UK, and nothing is done about them, nothing. And this one, everyone knows about this one. I say, we've exposed it several times, but nothing's done. This is a parallel legal system which is known to rule based on Sharia law. Believe it or not, these are Sharia law courts. So there's been scandals in the newspapers whereby some of these courts have actually sided with the man in domestic violence cases. You know, there's been lots and lots of scandals. These courts are a parallel legal system, and they exist for one reason only, and that is to basically, all the Muslim community around here, there's big pressure on all of them to bring their disputes to the Sharia courts, not to bring their disputes to the British legal system, but to bring their disputes here to this Sharia court. This is just one of them. There's over 100 operating in this country, a parallel legal system. There's no such equivalent in the Jewish community, or the Sikh community, or the Hindu community, or the Christian community. Everyone else in this country seems to abide by the law, and they use the law of the land, the legal system, the British legal system. But there's one community in this country that insists on having its own parallel legal system, and that is the Muslim community. And let's say we've been in there before. There's a court in there, and there's been lots and lots of scandals associated with the Sharia courts. It's about time the government stepped in and shut them down, because this is just a scandal. Imagine if a group of Christians went to Saudi Arabia, started setting up Christian courts in some of the, like Mecca and Medina, started setting up Christian courts, started having Christians come to them and ruling on disputes. Now they'd be shut down very quickly, very quickly. This is basically usurping the sovereignty of our legal system, and I do not know why they are still operating. But this is the sad reality of our country. You know, over 100 of these Sharia courts just all over the country, and we've got the Muslim grooming scandal, we've got terrorism, we've got extremism, hate preachers, extremist mosques, extremist speakers in these mosques. It's happening all over the country. Nothing's done about it. They are literally preparing a nation within a nation. They're not integrated. They're not integrated into our British way of life, into the British legal system, into the British political system. They are just using it to bring about Islamic areas where they live according to their own rules set down by these Sharia courts. So it's a national scandal, and I do not know why it's allowed to prosper within our country. We're just outside the biggest Sharia court in London, in the southeast of England. It's in East London, Ilford. Now, due to a High Court injunction that affects both Deputy Leader Jada Franson and myself, we cannot even step on these steps here. We cannot step on the premises. We cannot go in there. But this is a fully functional Sharia court in the heart of East London, and we cannot go in there because of a High Court injunction. How ridiculous is that? So it's absolutely ludicrous that these courts exist in our country. You know, what is going on? You wouldn't catch Christian courts in Muslim countries. See if we can get someone to come out and speak to us. The front door's wide open, but we cannot go in there. We'd be risking 2 years in prison going in this Sharia court. 2 years in prison. And I'm pretty sure that they know we're here and they're not going to answer. As you can see, it's quite a big building. If I remember from the last time we was here, the Sharia court is situated exactly where these windows are. We may even be able to see in there. As you can see there, it's quite, to create some, there you can see a table there, which is where the judges sit, and then you have some tables there for the parties involved in a dispute. And this is the actual Sharia court you're seeing now. Very difficult because there's so much sun glare, but we cannot go in there, risking 2 years in prison, and they won't come out and speak to us. That room there that you just saw is where the Sharia court actually is, and if you go in there, you can actually see up on the wall there is the process of Islamic divorce. So this is they're not hiding these Sharia courts. They're well known to everyone. They're operating freely. They just don't give a damn. I've got to be very, very careful where I stand, because if I step on these steps here and going into the front door, I'm risking 2 years in prison. Ludicrous.
We will make America great again.